Good day. I'm Professor William Barbius, and if you are watching this video, it is apparent that you are ready to delve into the topic of leave no trace. Now, I bet I know what you're all thinking. I've heard this phrase uttered many times throughout my life, and I do not know what it means. I cannot figure it out. Well, that is the purpose of this instructional course, to teach you the 7 principles of leave no trace. Now, for today's video, we are following a man by the name of Heike Herrmann throughout a national park, and he hopefully will give us examples of what to do versus what not to do in compliance with the leave no trace principles.
Good day, sir. Where's your pass?
My what?
Pass. The park requires a pass, you know.
No, I didn't.
Well, lesson learned.
$200.
Clearly, Heike Herrmann did not do his research, and he came unprepared without a day-use pass, or an annual pass for that matter. Instead of paying $200, he could have paid $30 to get in for that one day. And principle number 1, we have plan ahead and prepare. Very important. Know your area. Bring along a map. Be sure you do not get lost. Check the weather conditions for the day to find out what type of clothing you need to bring along or as backup. Now, let's check in with Heike Herrmann again to see if he does any better for principle number 2.
Why, walk through there. It'll be quicker.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Stay on the designated trail, sir.
$300.
Clearly, somebody doesn't care about soiling new foliage. Which brings us to principle number 2, which we call travel and camp on durable surfaces. And for this, I'll be focusing on staying on the designated trails or camping on designated campsites to reduce the impact on the environment.
Hey, I don't know where you're from, but here at Monastash National Park, we dispose of our waste properly.
$400.
Well, clearly, Heike Herrmann does not care about his impact on the environment. Now, that brings us to principle number 3. Dispose of waste properly. Now, if he was back at the main campsite, he could have easily disposed of his rubbish in the rubbish bin. Now, seeing as though maybe he's out on a trail, no rubbish bins up there, just simply place it in your backpack, or keep it on your person until you get back to main camp, dispose of it properly there. As they say, you pack it in, you pack it out. Leave no trace. Huh. Sound familiar?
Whoa, this is a really expensive rock. I could make a lot of money off of this.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? At this park, we leave nature where we found it.
$500.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not fond of intruders. Now, picture this. Your favorite stuffed animal. Now, what if somebody were to come into your house and just take that stuffed animal as their souvenir? Now, I would not be impressed. And the same goes in nature. And that brings us to principle number 4, leave what you find. Okay, as you can see, Heike Herrmann wanted to pick up a valuable rock. Now, maybe it's valuable, maybe it's not. But, same kind of thing, leave it where you found it. No need to be taking it out of its proper place.
Hey! What do you think this is? Around here we build our fires in pre-built designated fire pits. Like that.
$600?
Clearly, Hiker Herman could have built his campfire in the designated fire pit. But no, he chose to build it right next to it on a clearly untouched surface. Now, that brings us to number 5, which is minimize campfire impacts. Minimize campfire impacts. There. Now, I guess what it all boils down to, fire, boil, what it all boils down to is be careful with fire.
Oh man, I've always wanted to be a lumberjack.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
You gotta respect nature around here.
$700?
Did you see that? Did you see how he's going to just chop down that innocent pine tree? Wrong. That brings us to number 6. Respect wildlife. Plants, animals, any type of wildlife. Don't just go willy-nilly running along, snapping twigs off the trees. And if you see an animal, now, this is a good rule of thumb that I learned from a colleague of mine at the university.
Thanks, Professor. I'm here to share with you the rule of thumb. We use this rule when we're out hiking. When you start going out on those trails, you're going to run into some wildlife. We use the thumb to make sure we are far enough away from them so we do not disturb their everyday life. So, when you run into some wildlife, you're going to put up your thumb. If the animal is bigger than your thumb, you are way too close and you need to back up. Now, if you cannot see the animal behind your thumb, you are far enough away. How about that blackbird? Let's see, does my thumb cover it from the top of that tree? There's my thumb, and I think we're good. How about these mallards? Let's see. Are we far enough away? This is where we are. That's where they are. I think we are. I really do. One last thing. When you are out hiking, make sure your thumb is ready available for any wildlife you may see. Look, a black bear. Am I too close? I think I am.
Hey, I'm trying to enjoy the scenery here. Turn that music down. Here at Monastash, we respect other park visitors.
$800?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the 7th and final principle of Leave No Trace, which is be considerate of other visitors. Now, when experiencing nature, there's no good reason to bring along your boombox, as we just saw from Hiker Herman. Well, good show to you. You have successfully completed our training course in the importance of Leave No Trace. Now, it may seem a bit overwhelming. So many rules, so many things to remember. I'll make it quite simple for you. Take the first letter of each principle, put them together. We have P, T, D, L, M, R, B. And as you can see, it spells a mnemonic device, an acronym, for remembering all in order, which of course is Putilimurba.
That's not a word!
Thank you for joining us today, and just remember, Putilimurba.
Carry the 3, add the 5, that comes out to be
$3,500!